I agreed to repair or attempt to repair this Andrew Fryberg 38, not 38 special, break open revolver. I don't normally work on $20 firearms, but guy brought this in. What is wrong with it is he's missing the firing pin. I don't know if you can see that. Well, you can see this hole down here. See the blue mat appearing below it? It's not so apparent here, but the entire firing pin, spring, and retainer are missing. The guy actually had the firing pin and the retainer. I found a piece of spring, I think, that will work. What is supposed to happen is the spring is supposed to fit over the firing pin, and then this retainer, which is threaded, fits over the spring. Now, this spring is way too long, but that's what happens. The firing pin should fit such that it does not protrude through the hole in the retainer. And when the hammer fires, the pin protrudes. I'm going to take things apart to make it a little bit easier to see. Now, what's supposed to happen? You can see the threads on the inside of this hole. The firing pin is supposed to drop in the hole. And then the spring. I'm going to leave the spring out for the time being. And then the retainer is supposed to screw in. But you see what happens? The retainer just dropped in place. So the threads, probably on the frame, or maybe the insert, are defective. I'm out of the handgun and a vise here on the bench, just loose. And what I'm going to do, we got some Vaseline jelly, whatever, petroleum jelly. I'm going to take the firing pin and give it a real dose of Vaseline jelly. And then, without touching the side walls of this hole, I'm going to try to place it in the position it should be in. Okay, that would be there. I'll place the spring over it, and I'll see if I can fit this in. And I can hold it down with this, push up on the firing pin. There it is. You can see it coming forward. I've got the Vaseline coated firing pin inside. I've got a flat metal plate here that will lay on the receiver. I'm going to coat it with some Vaseline. I'll stick the little retainer to the plate, just using the Vaseline to hold it. I've got this little tub of Acroglass. It was about 1 ounce. And I left it sit a while so it thickened up a little. I'm going to take a very little bit and apply it to the threads only. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the threads on the edge of this retainer. Then I'm going to try to turn this over and place it into the proper position. I'll clamp it with a spring clamp. I'll turn the firearm over hoping that by inverting the firearm, any excess epoxy will run down and collect on the face of the plate rather than run into the firing pin cavity. Well, it's been a good 24 hours. In fact, the gum band holding the hammer back broke. Take this off. Plate fell off as it should. Loosen the vise up. With the hammer dropped, the firing pin is protruding. See that? Let's see how far I can press the firing pin down. It goes well down below. If this firing pin sticks out too far, it may interfere with the rotation of the cylinder. There should be over travel. So there's the, as far as it protrudes. With the hammer just down. Okay, there it is with the spring fully engaged. So it does go back some. So now I'll have to fit the cylinder and see if this is a problem.